Hi guys, so we're back with a kind of collective haul. We've been raiding charity shops and car boots for probably 2 months now and hadn't really got to updating it. So in total, with the books we're about to show you, we probably spent about £15. So some of it's from car boots, some of it's from charity shops. We've got some quite good charity shops locally for books.
Yeah.
So we'll just go through what we've got. At the last car boot we went to, we managed to pick up all 3 of the Stieg Larsson books. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. We really enjoyed the original TV series. It was a TV series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We haven't seen the film, but we thought we'd grab the books because I think I paid £1.50 for all 3.
Just to clear up what we mean is, we've seen the videos with Noomi Rapace.
Yeah.
Videos. We've seen the movies with Noomi Rapace.
But they're not movies.
But originally, in their native country, they were a TV show. They were 2 hour. Yeah. Each film was a 2 hour long TV serial. So we've seen those. We just haven't seen the one with Daniel Craig in because we don't like him. Next, picked up Graeme A Stone's The Hymn. Now, Graeme A Stone is an author that I know through my mum. My mum loved to read Dean Koontz, or however you say it. But she found sometimes he was a bit too soft. And sometimes she liked proper horror. And I remember having a book of his called The Pariah. It was covered in bones and had a face coming through it. And there was a scene at the start of it about a swing that always frightened the shit out of me. And we had another book that had like a faceless creature, faceless monk on the front.
Yeah.
And you hated the artwork and had to turn it over on the floor so that if you get up in the middle of the night and you looked, you wouldn't see it, which is cool. That means the artwork's good. But he writes really good horror. I mean, it doesn't look like he should write really good horror, but then Clive Barker doesn't look like he should write amazing horror either. So yeah, it's Graeme A Stone, The Hymn. Really looking forward to reading this.
Blue Cross charity shop
in Andover.
Because they're for animals, they let us take Milo in. So while we're browsing the books, Milo just lies on the floor. Also, just chills out.
They're cheap. All their books are like £1, and they quite regularly have buy one get one frees on.
Yeah. So last time we went, I found Divergent on like one half of the shop, and when we went to the till, Mark picked up Insurgent.
So it's just the third one we need now, which I can't remember what it's called.
By Veronica Roth. I really enjoyed the film. Usually I read the books before we see the film, but in this case I didn't get a chance to. And I'm not overly fussed that it's the film cover. Sometimes I am, but I'm not.
Just got to find Allegiant now.
Yeah. Yes. They were buy one get one free. I was well impressed.
Also, now this one was £1.25, and I'm amazed it was in a charity shop. I might have found it. It was Brandon Sanderson's The Final Empire. Book 1 of the Mistborn series.
We were really excited.
Yeah, Brandon Sanderson is someone that's on nearly everybody's booktube, and I haven't heard a bad thing about him.
No.
I actually listened. I watched Lindsay Ray's adult fantasy recommends, and she talked about this, and I'm so excited to read it now. Sounds epic, and I love this cover. I first saw this cover on Christoria's channel, and yeah, really excited to read this.
I think it was £1, wasn't it?
£1.25.
Okay, this was 45p, and it's called Zoology by Ben Dolnick. I don't know what it's about, but it looks really pretty.
It looks gorgeous.
And it's got an owl on the cover, so I had to buy it.
Yeah.
I think it's young adult. Yes, it is, or possibly for children.
The blurb on the back is from Jonathan Safran Foer, so I thought it's going to be a good book. Sounds interesting.
It's about a zoo in New York.
Yeah, we love animals. So.
It looks awesome.
Next was Mortlock by John Mayhew. Josie is a knife thrower in a magician's stage act. Alfie is an undertaker's assistant. They are both orphans and they have never met, but they are all about to give a clue to the secret of their shared past. A past which has come to seek them out. So, yeah.
Yeah, good read.
Young, huh?
Sounds good.
Yeah, so it's another young adult one, but sometimes they're the most fun.
Salem Witch Society. I don't really know what it's about.
I'm guessing Salem and the Witches.
But I love Salem and I love witches, so I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah.
And it's by K.N. Shields.
Yeah. Next, this is a book by Clive Byrne even? I don't know.
It's hard to read on there.
It's hard to read. And this was one off of Goodreads of a competition. It's called The Time Travel Hotel. And it looks like it's just a real mind-bendy kind of weird book, and I'm really interested to read it.
We've got Matt Haig's Dead Fathers Club. It sounds really strange. It's about someone whose father has died in a road accident, and kind of his view on that and how he gets around things. And
seems very black humour.
Yeah. I think the remaining certainties of Philip's life, who's a father, collapse when his father's ghost appears in the pub and declares that Uncle Alan murdered him.
Yeah. Then we have Danielle OMalley's The Rook. Really surprised to find this one and pick it up. Listen to the synopsis of this. If this doesn't make you want to read it, then I don't know what will. Dear you, the body you are wearing used to be mine, but you probably care little about this body's past. After all, I'm writing this letter for you to read in the future. If you're reading this, you have already survived several immediate threats, but you are in danger. Just because you are not me does not make you safe. Along with this body, you have inherited certain problems and responsibilities. Go find a safe place and then open the second letter. Sincerely, me.
Awesome.
It sounds amazing. I love The Rook. A bit of Jasper Fjord, a bit of X-Files and a lot of action. Highly recommended. Yeah. And it has an octopus on the spine.
Amazon 99p. So this is Justin Cronin, the 12. There's 12 prisoners on death row, but now they've been selected for a secret experiment, and out in the real world there's a viral plague going around. And there's a veteran of the original experiment which is carried out, which is a blood-curdling vision of immortality. Sounds right up my street.
Yeah, I love the cover on this. I love really bleak kind of vistas and stuff. This is a sequel to The Passage, which we need to pick up before we read this one. But it sounds really, really good. Then we have Rich Shapiro's Too Far. This looks like an independently released one. So you love the cover on it. It says, to be free means always leaving or returning to the place where leaves never fall. On the outskirts of Fairbanks, 6-year-old Robbie meets a mesmerising girl his own age. Together they explore the mysterious woodlands surrounding their homes. The world they discover is built from their fantasies and inhabited by creatures born from their dreams. So it sounds quite a lot like British Terabithia.
Which you really liked.
Which we really like. And as long as it's done properly, we don't mind things being where you have creatures that are meant to like Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got C.S. Quinn, The Thieftaker. The year is 1665. Black's death ravages London. A killer stalks the streets in a plague doctor's hood and mask. Mark loves plague doctors.
I love it.
He loved the image.
Yeah.
So we kind of sold at that. I didn't really need to read anymore.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
We found some really good finds, haven't we?
We are so shocked when we first found this book. Next we have The Ghost Map by Stephen Johnson. This I picked up because I needed another one to get free. I think it's a non-fiction, again written like a fiction, but yeah, it says Stephen Johnson is one of today's most exciting writers about popular culture, urban living and new technology. In The Ghost Map, he tells the story of the terrifying cholera epidemic that engulfed London in 1854, and the two unlikely heroes, anaesthetist Dr. John Snow, who knows nothing, and the affable clergyman Reverend Henry Whitehead, who defeated the disease through a combination of local knowledge, scientific research and map making. So it tells their story. Sounds interesting enough.
Okay, this is Tom Knox, The Babylon Rite. If you dig up hell, you uncover evil. It's kind of 3 stories that all come together. So there's someone deep in the Amazon rainforest, someone in Peru and someone in Edinburgh. And it's all about sort of the Templar sites across.
It's kind of like Dan Brown kind of genre, you know, like the cults and stuff and real history. And I love cults and hidden histories and clues found in things. I don't believe in any of them because
I think it's part of a series.
Fiction. It could be, yeah. But it just sounded kind of cool. And then finally we have Ray Celestine's The Axeman's Jazz, which is just perfect for both of us. It's set in New Orleans, which is somewhere one day we will be visiting, even if Ellie has to knock me out and put me on the plane. There's voodoo involved, I think. If not, mainly it'll be on the outskirts. And basically it tells the story of the Axeman murderer, or Axeman murders.
Who was briefly mentioned in American Horror Story.
Briefly?
He was good.
Yeah. It was in American Horror Story, the 3rd series, Salem. Yeah, Salem. Was it called Salem?
No.
No?
Well, I remember what it's called in a minute. But anyway, if you watch American Horror Story, it's the 3rd one about witches, and the Axeman who plays jazz is in it.
Yeah. So this is basically the story of him. I love the cover. It's so cool. Yeah. So guys, sorry we kind of raced through them, but there was a lot. And, yeah.
It was American Horror Story cover.
Coven, yeah.
I remembered now.
Coven, yeah. So, yeah.
That's our little haul. Like I said, we didn't spend a great deal.
We were really, really surprised with this lot. Let us know if you've read any of these, if you're interested in any of these, down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And
we'll see you next time.
See you in the next one. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.